I'm Anthony Bridi, Principal of Alternative Education in Redondo Beach Unified School District. Currently, we have 3 different programs running simultaneously. The first is Redondo Shores. So this at-risk population is at risk because they're credit deficient, and so they're accessing Acellus in a blended kind of model. The students have to come to 5 classes per day, and they're using Acellus not only for their electives, but also through their core classes.
My name is Rose Vatican. I teach math and science at Redondo Shores High School. Basically, I started using Acellus for all my algebra classes this year in a web learning environment. Being a credit recovery school, we needed to be able to get through the entire material at a faster pace. And I liked how Acellus chunked the concepts in palatable portions, so the students didn't become completely overwhelmed. And then I also liked how it really did cater, like the Swiss cheese approach that I heard about. I was kind of skeptical at first, but when I started to see it in action, I was really impressed. That the program did a lot of things that as a teacher we would be troubleshooting for or looking for patterns. And it was nice to have that support in a program. That freed me up to get more deep in a lot of the concepts and cover more concepts because I wasn't having to do the front loading so much with the students. So when a student's taking an exam in Acellus and they don't pass, the program will automatically take them to their troubled problems and have them do them over again. And it would show them what answer they put in and then have them work out towards the right answer and then have them take the exam again. And it begins to just kind of fill in the gaps directly where they need it, not just everything, even the things that are good. And in some ways that gets reviewed as well, but it really does help them improve their scores and for them to see where their trouble areas are. They may not see it in themselves because they feel like, oh, math's my weakest subject, but if they could have seen themselves from at the beginning to now and how they understand the concepts more smoothly, or some things that before they would have been like, I don't know what you're talking about. Now, since we've been doing Acellus, I see such an improvement on their own recall, their own prior knowledge.
One of the functions of Acellus is that it can be data-driven, right? And as principal of multiple programs, I could really look into the success of students and the success of the teachers that are supporting each individual program. So for instance, if I look at English 10B, I can see where a student may be or how many students are in the program, the percentage of success within their exams, and then the overall program itself. Right? So I want to look at the percentage. I want to see the success rate, not only in class with the teachers, but again, the progress within the students themselves.
My name is Anthony Taranto. I am the director of South Bay Adult School. So about a year and a half ago, we began exploring how we were offering independent study to our adult age students seeking their high school diploma. It was at that time we discovered Acellus. After doing some research with other web learning tools and comparing them to Acellus, we found that Acellus was a better match for our students as well as our staff. So it's been a process for us in the implementation of Acellus because in the past we were using textbooks to deliver the instruction for our students who were seeking to achieve their high school diploma. Now we're going to a web-based formula which allows our students to have access to the curriculum 24 hours a day, but also gives them the opportunity to come in during the week. Monday through Thursday, we have specific lab times based upon the content area. So students are able to come in and get individual help from a credentialed teacher on the subject area that they are studying, as well as they can work outside of the 4 walls here. They can work at home at their own pace. That's one of the beauties of Acellus, that it is self-paced, and the data shows if you put in the time, you're going to be successful and you are going to reach your graduation goal.
Hi, I'm Jackie Memberto Kelly. I work at the South Bay Adult School, and right now I'm overseeing the GED preparation program. Our students have access to the Acellus program 24 hours a day. It keeps track of all their work. We track their time at home. We have a minimum requirement that they're doing online work on their own. And then we also require 1 hour a week to come into on our campus. We have 3 different sessions that they have the option to come in and work. So with the Acellus, it's so much more straightforward. Luckily, it not only helps us with our high school diploma classes, but it has the component for GED preparation. It breaks it down into the 4 subject tests of language arts, science, math, and social studies. The students can come in and access any subject they want in any order they want. What we tell them is practice one subject at a time, take the official GED test, and then come back and study the next subject.
My name is Raphael Salles, and I'm 37 years old. I was born in California, raised in Brazil, and I'm studying to become an LAPD officer. Unfortunately, my education from Brazil is not valid here, so I started working at the adult school with Acellus, and it's a great program. You can go at your own pace. You can study at home as many hours you want and come in twice or 3 times a week for a period of 2 or 3 hours a day. It's just great. It's been helping me a lot. I already passed the science test. I got another one scheduled for April 7th, language arts, and then 2 more to go, and I should be on my way.
I'm Ploumen, counselor of the South Bay Adult School, located here in North Redondo Beach. What I find very valuable in the Acellus program is the ability to monitor student progress. And there's a couple ways I do that. One is using the live monitor. The other thing is I can watch the total amount of time they spend in the program. So sometimes the students may believe they're putting in X amount of hours, but I have the evidence that maybe they can beef it up in certain areas. So really, again, getting back to what I like in the program, it's being able to monitor student progress that's up to the second live and current. And it just gives me that ability to get in there and give them that academic support or talk about other life issues that maybe we need to adjust to help them find success.
Now that we are almost a full year into the implementation of Acellus, I can tell you for one that we are 100% satisfied with the results we're getting. We are using it as our primary web learning tool to help our students achieve A through G requirements for 230 credits of graduation, which is the requirement here in Redondo Beach.
They get to move at their own pace, but they're seeing movement in a faster pace than previously. I've also heard from some students that have come in from other programs, other online learning programs, and they like the currentness, the relationship between what they're learning and what they can apply in the real world. Many of our students are employed. They're working there in the labor force right now. And I remember one student telling me that she learned some vocabulary in one of the business classes, and she started using that on her job, and her employer was very impressed. Wow, where are you learning this? And she was able to give credit back to the Acellus program here at the South Bay Adult School.
I think it's very important to have them come in physically, meet with me, meet with some other students that are doing it, various ages, various backgrounds, and it really is a positive impact. I mean, sometimes we are teaching them, this is how you take notes. This is what you need to take in a classroom. They're just not used to that. They're not used to studying. So I think as a life skill, it's helping them know that I have to be somewhere at a certain time. I'm accountable. This is how I study. This is what's going to help me remember. So to me, it is a lot more than just the academic knowledge that they're getting from the Acellus program.
I like nothing more than shaking students' hands at graduation because it's something that is tangible for them, this fulfillment that you can shake their hand and say, congratulations for graduating. And I'd like to say that Acellus was a part in every student's graduation.